Hey everyone, it's me, Amy B, welcoming you to the next chapter of your Unity. YOUNITY, yo! And we have arrived at this thin, delicate, but one of the strongest areas of our body, the throat and neck. Now, if you think of all of the work this guy has to do to hold this head and connect everything from our brains and everything that comes into our bodies, into our existence through our senses, and our first line of defense, connecting that to the rest of our bodily systems so that we can function. It's a pretty amazing area actually. There's such a lot going on here. So correct alignment for the neck is ears in line with the shoulders. So by raising up the breastbone, we can stack our head above our heart without forgetting that our heart should be above our pelvis and our feet flat on the ground. If this isn't the case, so for a second with me, if you want to cross your legs, you see how that sent my upper body this way, so I'm going to lean this way to balance that out on my desk. And what happens then is my neck has to come to a bit of a crooked position so that my eyes are still level with the horizon. This will always be a function. As humans, we need to have alignment through our eyes and our ears with the horizon to keep us balanced in the brain. It's very important to be balanced when you're a brain. The rest of the body, well, we are discovering is also super important, but it will have other ideas. So these anchors that are created, we talked about those ropes that are holding up the mast, are very prominent between the head and the body throughout the neck. So the head weighs a lot. It's mostly water and matter. It's a very dense part of the body, and the skull is pretty thick as well. Considering it's being held up by these tiny little ropes and masts throughout the front, side and back of the neck, think about how much pressure they are having to hold when you come out of alignment, which is coming forward as we often do. Oh, look what's going on over here on my phone, on my computer with my friends, or when we send our body this way, that way, and yeah, it's just got a level, you know, we're leaning like this. All those tight little masts through here, they pull tight, and then the fluids can't get through properly. So we're talking about blood fluid getting blocked between the head and the body, and that thump, thump, thump feeling as it's knocking on those tight tissues. Hello, can I get through? You feel that at the back of the neck, where the blood flow enters through to the brain, and also the neurological flow comes out of the brain. When we come forward like this, that's where all the ropes and pulleys are, and it's really tight just to hold up our head. So those impulses can't get through. And we're getting headaches, we're feeling foggy, we just don't have any energy, we can't concentrate, all because of this congestion that's building up in the neck. As well as the tight tissues restricting the blood, I'd also like you to be aware that this is your final clearing place for all of the waste fluid of your body. This is where the thoracic duct of the lymphatic system resides, all the way up here. So it clears through your entire body, fights gravity, all of the toxins we put in, all of the tension that exists within us, to land here to purify. And what is it faced with often is even more tight, congested fascia, which really slow down the purification process in our bodies. So you have a feeling like you've got glands up here. This is your first line of defense. Everything that is coming at us, particles and germs, all through the air, and what we're eating and drinking and putting in there and breathing in, comes through here and quite often gets a little bit stuck because we've got this backlog already existing in our body through the tension that we're putting it through misalignment. So anyway, I'm sure that you know by now, by following me this far, how important alignment is. And we're also going to look at aligning with knowing what you're taking in and letting out, because that's what this area of the throat is. It's a funnel. Everything that comes in gets filtered, but it's also our center for expression. Everything that we are on the inside, this is how we communicate, how we express ourselves, how we defend ourselves, and also how we communicate with ourselves. The voice that we've cultivated through our vocal cords, and the voice that we're hearing in our head. So what attachment do you have to that voice? How is voice? Is it dry? Does it have a bit of mucousy phlegm around the vocal cords? Or perhaps you're feeling that you can't speak up enough, that you feel blocked. Or maybe you feel tense and angry a lot, so this is just always really tense. So much of how we express ourselves comes from the health that we put into this area of expression, our vocal cords. So that's another key area of alignment we're going to be looking at the next couple of days, where we're reviewing what's going in and out and how we soften all of these hard anchor points so that we can allow for beautiful flow between what's going on here, what's going on here, and harmonize with the rest of our bodies. So join us for the next couple of days. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a real throat opening meditation, which is going to connect our minds to our bodies and also detoxify our lymphatic and immune systems, which will be a really great reset for us all. And then with our movement as medicine in this chapter, I'm going to be getting you into a deep neck and shoulder stretch and also some self-massage on these areas so we can say goodbye to tension headaches, tight necks and sore shoulders. The integration for this chapter is also really great, as we will be working through a vocal activation and then those little, golden rule habit forming techniques to how to assure you keep this nice and aligned. So thank you for joining me, Amy B. I have so much admiration for you and all you will be. Thanks for listening to me. I will see you tomorrow. See you then.